Hello, hello, and welcome to day 14 of 30 days of Q&A, where today I'm going to be talking about changing career direction and where you should start. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Janine Esperand, and I'm the founder of Lightbox Coaching, where I help women to return to work with confidence and build a career that they love whilst raising a family. So I'm going to be talking about changing career direction today, because that's a question that's come up where people say, I am thinking about going back to work after maternity leave or having a career break, and I'd quite like to do something different, but I don't know where to start. So people get stuck when they ask the question, if I'm not going to do this, then what else am I going to do? So I'm going to dive into 3 things that you can be doing if you are considering a career change, but you're a bit stuck as to how you get started. So before I do that, do let me know where you're joining from. Type in the comments and let me know, because I love to know where people that are joining are listening from. So please do that. Right, so we're going to dive in. So the first thing to do is to just get it all out of your head and do a brain dump of all of the things that you could possibly do. So all of the roles, the jobs that you've thought about that you could possibly do, just get it all out on paper, because it can be going around in your mind and you're thinking about things back and forward. But when you get it out on paper, that in itself can create a lot of clarity. So get that down. And then I want you to go back to that list and start crossing off the things that you're just thinking, nah, it's probably not going to be for me. So there might be some things out there, things that you put down, because when you're doing a brain dump, you're literally just writing whatever comes to mind. So when you go back and revisit, you might be saying, yeah, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. So you can cross all of those off. And then you should have a condensed list of potential roles and potential industries you want to go into, or the potential new directions you want to take. And then from there, that's a list you're going to work from. And then you're going to start thinking about how you can find out more information about those particular roles. And more particularly, you want to identify individuals who are doing those roles in those industries, in those sectors that you're interested in, and then line up some conversations. So the easiest way for you to get clarity and understanding about what it would look like to work in a particular role is for you to ask a question of someone who's already doing it. So I would suggest that you reach out to people in your network, or you can reach out to people on LinkedIn, and you can just say that you are considering going into that particular area and you would love to hear about their experience. And when you're asking those questions, what you really want to be finding out is, what do they actually do on a day-to-day? You want to find out what things they enjoy about their job, what things they don't enjoy about their job, because as they're sharing with you their experience, that can start to give you some insight into whether or not it might be a good fit for you, and whether or not you want to spend time and energy pursuing it more. And so you're going to be getting some really good insight by speaking to people who are on the ground, who are doing the job, who've been doing it for some time. So you could set yourself a target to speak to 2 or 3 people a week or a month who are in different industries, and then that can get you to the place where you can narrow down where you want to start your job search or start your redirection in terms of your career path. So I would absolutely recommend that you do that. And I know for some people it comes up, there's a bit of a resistance around reaching out to people, but I just want to encourage you and say that people are generally helpful, and people like to talk about themselves. So if you are asking somebody to give you some insight into what they do and who they are and their role, they're likely to give you that time and to have that conversation, as long as you're respectful of time and you say to them, can I have 15 minutes of your time? And you keep it as 15 minutes. So I would suggest that you reach out to people on that basis, and just start gathering information. So instead of staying stuck and saying, I just don't know what I would do, so I'm just not going to do anything, take some action and start speaking to people. And that's really going to help you to start. Just get started with your new direction. So I'm excited for you. I'm excited for where your career might take you now. And so, definitely implement those tips. All right, that's all I have for you today. I just want to invite you to my private Facebook group. So people are joining and it's growing, and I'd love for you to come join me in the Careers Beyond Motherhood group. So this is a private community for women who are building their careers and balancing motherhood and all of the things that go with that. We're talking about those in the group. So we're encouraging one another. We're sharing tips, tools, resources. I do some exclusive trainings within the group. So we would love to have you come join us. So I will post the link to it, but if you want to search for it, it's Careers Beyond Motherhood Community in Facebook. All right, that's all I have for you. I'll be back tomorrow. We're like halfway through the 30 days of Q&A, so I'll be back tomorrow sharing with you again some more tips that can help you on your career beyond motherhood. All right, that's all. Bye.